What's up, YouTube? This is Chris, aka Barnon11970, and I hope you guys all enjoyed your Christmas holiday, getting ready for the New Year's. Alright guys, like I do every year, I'm going to make my gold and silver predictions for 2014, and whether you agree with them or not, that's up to you. This is just a prediction, doesn't mean that I have inside information, or this is 100% right, but people have asked me every year to do it, so that's what I'm going to do. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What I'm going to be seeing in my predictions based on what's going on right now, the beginning of 2014, I'm expecting gold and silver to drop, not major amounts. I really think it could go as early as January 1st, because if we know anything about the Fed and the government, they love to do things during the holiday season. I mean, look at, for example, when the National Defense Authorization Act came into effect. That was New Year's Eve. So they like when people are distracted to do things. So that doesn't guarantee that they're going to start talking about the tapering, but it would not surprise me if it did start on January 1st. If they do the taper, expect an almost instant drop-off on the gold and silver, to the point where I'd probably see silver hit 17 to 18, and gold would hit probably 1100 or upper 1000, maybe like 1090, somewhere in that area. To me, that's a major buy signal, because I still think they're not going to taper. They've said they're going to, but there's a difference between what they say they're going to do and what they actually do. I mean, if we had $1 for every time the government said they were going to do something and didn't do it, you know, none of us would ever have to work again. So if they do taper, I expect to see an almost instant drop-off of gold and silver as soon as the market opens. It's going to be a temporary thing. I'm expecting gold and silver to be rising before the year's end. It may be faster than the end of the year, but I really see gold and silver will start to go back on an incline, because I don't think, even if silver got to 17, that it's going to go much lower than that, and it will not be that way for a while. Because as we see, countries like China and India, they can't get enough gold, for example. And since gold and silver tend to follow each other, if you start seeing the trends change, they're going to pretty much follow each other's direction. You don't see gold going up $500 an ounce and silver dropping $1. It's just never been that way, at least as far as I've seen, as far as the charts are concerned. So they are going to follow trends. So I'm expecting silver and gold to drop a little bit, but not major amounts. It's not going to single digits in silver. It's not going under $1,000, in my opinion, for gold. I see that as a major buying opportunity. If they do decide to taper, which is only $10 billion out of their, what they say is $85 billion a month, it's going to be very short-lived if they do it at all. I still think they're not going to do it at all. They're going to have some excuse of why they can't do it. But let's just say, for argument's sake, they do. It's just a minimal amount compared to the full $85 billion that they're talking about. Interest rates you're going to start seeing rising, because that's exactly what happened when they talked about it earlier this year, how fast interest rates went up, because the market always overreacts. So you're going to see temporary lowering of gold and silver. To me, in my opinion, that's when I'm going to be buying. That's up to you, what you decide to do. And then I see in the next couple of months, you'll start to see it start to steady out around the $20 range as far as silver is concerned, and around the $1,200 range in gold. And then you're going to start seeing it increasing from there. How high it will go really depends on how the market goes and whether they taper, or if they actually ultimately, which I think they're going to do, ultimately add more to the quantitative easing. So I really think before 2014 ends, you will not only see, if they taper, that they discontinue that taper and they actually add more to the original $85 billion a month. And if that's the case, you're going to start to see metals start rising, because you're going to see if there is this dip, I can guarantee countries like China and India, they're going to buy up like there's no tomorrow, and they're going to really influence the prices in the long run. So I'm going to keep this short. Let's hear your opinions. And remember, guys, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and giving my opinion. Don't base anything you do in your life on what other people say. Get your information. Get as much as you can from different sources. Do your own research and come to your own conclusions and take responsibility for your choices. I do this because there are people that care about what I have to say. So I'm doing this for them. What you decide to do is ultimately up to you. So whatever it is, I hope you make a great choice. I want to wish everybody a happy and safe New Year's. Please, if you're going out, do not drink and drive. We have enough problems in this world to lose a family or a friend over something as trivial as having too much alcohol and getting into a vehicle. So please stay at a person's house if you have to. Get a taxi or have a designated driver. Just be safe. And that goes for everybody out there. I don't have to like you to want you to be safe. So keep that in mind. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a happy new year, and we'll see where it goes from here. Peace.